Benny Blanco from the Bronx, Carbon White. I am right back with another football video, and this one we are talking about the Harambee Stars, the Kenya national football team, Harambee Stars. And yes, when you're talking about the Harambee Stars right now, you know that we are talking about the 2026 World Cup Qualifiers. And before anything, let's just say our dreams of qualifying for the 2026 World Cup are over. Done, dusted, finito. Yeah, so this one is a fairly, like, it's like a formality if you ask me, because as it stands, Kenya aren't sitting pretty in the standings of these qualifiers in this group, because Kenya are in Group F together with Cote d'Ivoire, with Gambia, with Gabon, with Seychelles, and who else? And Burundi. And guess who are on top? Of course, Cote d'Ivoire, followed by Gabon, and then Burundi of all the teams. Yeah, and then Gambia, which dropped us 3-0 last time out, and then Kenya, and then Seychelles are at the basement of that group. So I don't know, Africa has 9 slots to get into the World Cup, and of course when you top the group you qualify, but now Kenya isn't going to do so this time round, so it's more of a formality, if you ask me. But looking forward, I think it's also giving us perspective of where we are as a country and learning on areas of improvement. It doesn't mean that now because we can't qualify that we don't give our best into it or anything, but it helps in the overall development of the game. So learn from the mistakes that we have made into this group, and then I don't know, do better next time. I think there are a lot of things that went into play that cost us this thing, especially times when we couldn't host matches, our home matches, that we had to play at home away, yeah, and then also play away, which was really, really bad for us. But then again, you get some of these teams that we are playing are quality teams, and you see like the skill level in the match, not necessarily overally, because I do believe that Kenyans are skillful in terms of football. We have some really good players within our country. So Gambia last time out beat us convincingly 3-0, not 3-0, 3-1. Our one goal coming courtesy of man like Wesley Ogam. Yeah, he is in hot form right now. Former Tusker player, recently signing for Wolfsburger FC, ASSC, AAS. Yeah, so good luck to him and all the best in his endeavors playing out in Europe. Yeah, and we hope for many footballers to find pathways to get to eke a good living out of football. So Kenya sits 5th out of 6 in this group. Of course, number 1 being Cote d'Ivoire, heading that group with 19 points and a 15 goal difference. Gabon coming in second with 18 points out of and 10 goal difference. Burundi 5 goal difference but with 10 points. Gambia, which beat us, now come 4th with 7 points with a 1 goal difference. Kenya with 6 points sit 5th with 1 goal difference, and Seychelles are at the basement with 0 points and a minus 32 goal difference. So you can imagine the people with the highest goal differences here are the ones who collected most goals from Seychelles. So in as much as this is going to be a formality, Kenya should be winning this game convincingly. I don't know, some of the things that we have learned from Kenya heading into into these matchups is that we need to be better at decision making. Of course, not saying that Seychelles, we should be wary of Seychelles, because we underestimated Gambia, and some of us were like, we pray for Gambia because they are going to face us in our own turf, and they are going to see a long day, and then they ended up giving us quite the drubbing here at home. So Kenya should be winning this one, and for me, I haven't seen Kenya beat teams like scoring many goals, but I could predict a 3-0 win here. Of course, it could be more, and of course, in football or in sports in general, you could have a shocker, but then again, Kenyans are favorites here, so I wouldn't say if you're a betting man you bet for Kenya, because personally I wouldn't say I advocate for betting, but if I did, all my money would be on Kenya, unless now you get a surprise, yeah, kama game imeuzwa or or anything of that sort. But because we are not going to qualify, this should be, our process should be starting now, so that we try and see how we could be able to correct some of the mistakes that we made or are making in terms of decision making. Yeah, so like you'd find a player has gotten a good pass down the flank, and then instead of holding the ball a bit longer so that his teammates can come into the area for him to get options to pass, so someone just runs down the flank, crosses the ball, and it becomes wasted, and then you're wondering what the hell was that. Yeah, so some of those things, I think, are the ones that separate us from some of those better teams that are out there. So such like things in the CHAN competitions, I'd say that maybe most of the matches that made us also perform well is that we, as a unit, as a collective, we were really good on the defensive side. So if we build up from the back, ensuring that we are solid before now we look at maybe who are now our creative guys to help us get the goals, it would be really important. So first of all, trying not to lose the game, and then go for it, because I think we have good decision makers in front, in our captain Michael Olunga and in Wesley Ogam, who could pull us out of a sticky situation, like creating the best out of a very small chance. A half chance is a big chance for such like guys. Yeah, so looking at it, maybe even judging from last time's starting 11, we had man like Brian Omondi in goal, Abud Omar, Sylvester Wino, Onyango, Sichenje, Ogada, Ouma, Abuya, Olunga, Lenkupai, and Osoro in the starting 11. And then substitutes, we had Farouk, we had Buire, Omija, Kibwage, Bandi, Manzu, Alpha, Nabuire, Stanley, Ogam, Job, and Mushiri. So this was the starting lineup last time. For me, I don't know, say if maybe the coach can be a bit adventurous and have Ogam and Olunga in the squad, just trying to see how they could combine for goals. Lenkupa is a really good player. Creatively, I think he's one of those silky players that we have around. On the bench, we had man like Manzour, who I think maybe overall, I'd say the good thing I like about Benny McCarthy is that he's trusting younger guys. Yeah, so I think also trying to give them opportunities or chances to gain experience playing at a very high level, so that with time they become those experienced players who can pull Kenya maybe on the upward. and also maybe those players that are coming through, you'd find that probably maybe not everyone who is in this squad may be participating in the subsequent World Cup if we qualify, of which I hope that we do. But they'll offer a pathway. So like when those younger guys are coming through, they are following up in the footsteps of these guys who are creating the path. And you never know, we get to perform even better and better. I know World Cup is also quite a long shot, but the African Cup of Nations in 2027 is coming up. Many of these players could be in their prime to play for Kenya during that time, and hopefully they would give a good showing, given that Kenya will be hosting. So it's a good preparation ground, if you ask me. Yeah, so today Kenya plays, and one thing that I do not have doubt about is the support base, because Kenyans love their national team, and for this one I'll be looking forward to see that even though we do not have a prize in the short term, that Kenyans really pull up to support the national team heading into this one, and just give them the motivation going forward. Yeah, and hopefully extend this support for local football into the club level. Yeah, but of course we are talking about the national team for now, and we will talk about club football next time. Yeah, so kindly do me a favor and hit the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and share this video widely. So until next time, it's a bye-bye from me.